She is wonderful. She is magnificent. She is a masterpiece. She is woman. Yes, she is. Like a summer breeze, she will get out of bed and you will know that she has made it. She is wonderful. She is amazing. Woman, that's what she is. Yes, she is. Like a lion, she is bold. She will pounce. She will just do it bold and amazing. She is wonderful. She is like a rhino, very calm in spirit, but strong in stature. Yes, she will stand and she will face her ground. She is not fazed by anything. Nuh-uh, she's not. She's not. Like a mockingbird, she will sway from tree to tree, enjoying the wonders of nature. She will enjoy the wonders of nature, singing through, enjoying the melodies. She is. Woman, you are amazing. Yeah, you are wonderful. You are a queen. Amazing you are. She is so magnificent. You cannot even fathom the way that she is, because all that is in her is so grounded, so amazing. She is wonderful. She is spontaneous. She is lovely. Great is she that when she steps into a room, she demands respect. Yeah, such a talented wonder. I tell you now, you are hypnotized by her hips swaying from side to side. You are hypnotized by her wonderfulness. Have you seen her smile? Wonderful woman. Yes, she is.
Hello, hello, Trendsters, and welcome from me, Refill Wemwilwa, and I'm about to take you all on a trip down Showbiz Boulevard out here in South Africa, but of course further up into the continent and overseas. It's been a minute, and I sure am glad to be back in the driver's seat. The Trendz team has been hard at work, rubbing shoulders and taking selfies like only trending folks do, so we do have a lot in store for your viewing pleasure in the show today. Now, thank you for that lovely piece of spoken word by Tshepi Phasumane ushering in the show as well as Women's Month. Now, it has also been a tough week in entertainment too, because we lost two more stars. Always dancing, larger-than-life musician Tsekeleke, and of course Rhythm City actor and muso, the young talent that was Dumi Masilela. May their souls rest in peace. In our first story for the week, this past week, Trendz was invited to Queen Bee's book launch, which was held at the Diamond Walk in Sandton City. Now, the book is titled From A to B and is an all-access pass to even more of her life than what is already in magazines, social media, and her reality show, as she reflects on her media journey from being a children's TV presenter to international campaigns and more. It's intimate, it's engaging. The book grants the reader to access to Bonang's world like never before, and despite all the controversy, she might just be cashing in. This is what went down.
You played it safe, I raised the bar, amazing grace. I praise the Lord, Versace store, the world is yours. We're not this all, we're not this all. Paparazzi wanna with a happy on. Trashy in the cup with a camera phone. Every time we in the club, it's a family show. Take the trophy on, we the champions, 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 champions. Always knew you'd be on top again. Super mega, he on top again. Couple dollies in the cup for the ambience.
Why did you decide to write the book? I mean, we know that you're extremely busy. I mean, there's so many things that you're busy with now. You woke up one morning and decided, I'm going to add one more thing to my already grueling schedule. Why did you decide to write the book?
This book is a perfect way to kind of summarize everything. But not only that, but to share and try and inspire, try to unpack what people have said about me on my behalf. I think, 13 years, you gain a lot of experience, and I only felt worthy of writing a book or putting pen to paper once I had gone through certain things in my own life, in my own space. What happens in this book is that I document a lot of the details around my childhood. And what people don't know is that I grew up, born in Mafeking, moved to Johannesburg. But the most important thing is that I grew up around a lot of love. I was always surrounded by love. The foundation of who I am, my existence, my spirit is love. And I got a lot of love all the time from my family. I was born in Mafeking in June 1987, and then I was back and forth Mafeking in Joburg for the first couple of, you know, at Proville and all of that, and it's all in the book. But I think the most important thing was to put down on paper, I think not only to inspire other parents, but to show people how important I think the foundation of love is in creating or assisting a young woman or a young child to believe in the strength of their own dream. But you know, in the book I document everything from the beginning of my career. I really talk about the importance of time. I talk about the importance of allowing time to happen. And I also talk about the importance of knowing that things happen on somebody else's time and not particularly your time. You know, I think a lot of people who have read the book or know or have come to anything that I've said know that I always say the same thing. An overnight success takes about 4 to 5 years to create. And with this book, because at the back of my head, I thought, who's going to be reading this book? A 16-year-old, 64-year-old, 36-year-old, 26-year-old? What is the one thing that they battle with right now? And that's particularly peer pressure. And I said, well, Tabiso, whatever happens, I need for people who finish reading this book to take away how important it is, number one, to believe, number two, to be patient, but also to respect the power that time has. You understand what I'm saying? I think everything that has happened in my life has taken 30 years. And I can stand in front of you and say 2017 is the first time in the very long time when actually starting to really feel or reap the rewards of all the hard work. And so much so that, have you ever had something so good that you just want to sort of like share it with everybody? That's where I am with my life right now. And the reason why I named this book From A to B was because I wanted it to sound like the beginning, but I didn't want it to sound like the end. You know, like I said at the beginning of this interview, the first chapter of my life is done. Now I wrote it down, filed it and put it in an iCloud. Now B to C or C to D, whatever it is going to come second. But in order for me to sit down and start planning B to C, I need to experience certain things, go through certain things, and I need those things to be, I need to be at peace with those things before I can share it with the world. And From A to B is a glimpse into a series of books that I'm going to do, different kinds of books, because at the end of the day, this is sort of like the beginning of part 3. Yeah, it's 1 of 3, that's what I'm going to say.
The world is yours, we're not this all, we're not this all. Paparazzi wanna with a happy on, trashy in the cup with a camera phone. Every time we in the club it's a family show, take the trophy on, we the champions.
Right. So on to something else that has a whole lot of pink, because Bonang loves pink. Now, South Africa's best-loved breast cancer community carer, the Pink Drive campaign, is an indispensable and tangible breast cancer organization powering South Africa's first and only mobile mammography and educational units through our country, driving home the fact that early detection saves lives. Now, Pink Drive provides a free women's health service to the medically uninsured in South Africa and continues to advocate for their change in the cancer space, even if it's only one truck and one province at a time. They have a lineup of a whole lot of events this Women's Month, and actually started a few months ago. And I'm now joined by Gail Walters, who is a part of the Pink Drive. Welcome to Trendz, Gail.
Thank you very much.
As I did say, it's been a very busy few months for all of you at the Pink Drive. So tell us what's happening, and specifically this August month, in ode to people who either have cancer, but also, as your tagline goes, early detection saves lives.
Well, firstly, I'd like to start by saying Pink Drive is involved with the following events during August, and it's really looking at Women's Month. and also outside of Women's Month, a few things as well that needs to take place, like our outreaches that will be taking place. So firstly, it's the Total Sports Women's Race, and that's to be celebrated on Women's Day on the 9th of August.
And that's here in Johannesburg?
That's in Cape Town and Johannesburg. Durban event has already taken place in July. So therefore, that's a very nice one to actually look at. And then again, it's the Akamolo Bowls Challenge, which is taking place the weekend of the 25th to the 27th of August. And that's
and people do come out for bowling. They love it. It's a fun time, and you don't even realize they're actually getting a workout. It's a fun time for people to connect, and of course, you know, the benefits of actually being able to donate to Pink Drive.
Absolutely. And it's not only about women and men, but there are a lot of women that do. And there's youth that go as well. So I think that's one of the good things that we can actually look forward to and actually say that it's good for that. And then it's the Pick and Pay Women's Walks that will be taking place. And that's Saturday the 5th of August in East London. And then the 26th of August in Durban. Once again, Pick and Pay is one of our major sponsors. And we thank all sponsors, because without the sponsors, donors and funders, there is no Pink Drive.
And it's how many years now that the Pink Drive has been, you know, operational?
Since 2007.
Jeez.
And they've grown.
And in that time, I mean, how many women's lives, and even men, because, you know, another thing about, you know, breast cancer especially is still the misconception that only women get breast cancer. We all have breast tissue, so everyone can get breast cancer.
Slowly, that is fading.
The men come, especially, I mean, you go into, you know, your areas like Groot Mariko, Dinokana, you go into, you know, deep places, the Northern Cape. You also have an outreach that I want to talk about in the Northern Cape. And do people there, I mean, who might not necessarily have the vocab and the language to know what's happening to them, do they get the knowledge imparted in a way that, first of all, you know, doesn't speak down to them, but rather, you know, tells them that, listen, it's not witchcraft or whatever, because we do know misconceptions that, okay, this is, things like cancer only happen in the Western world and to Western people, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So there I would say to you, in the beginning there was a battle, and I think that's just because of the gender situation in our country, and it's the cultural, and there's a whole host of
and tradition. And when you go out into these areas, you don't just come with your trucks. You do have to get permission, you know, from the chiefs or from, you know, the custodians of the villages that you go to actually have access and speak to their people.
Absolutely. We just had the Nedbank donated one in the Northwest, and that was the Ratlow municipality. Again, there we worked a lot with the traditional authorities, the tribal authorities there, and working also with the mayoral office. And that also came very much through a lot of work that the CEO, Nolene, does.
And then does the Pink Drive come together with the health services in those areas, or is the Pink Drive just there?
Absolutely. We cannot do it without that. We have to work with the clinics. There has to be referrals that come through. There's clinic cards, and then we send back the results as well. That gets done through the medical and health clinics that's out in those provinces. And we work very closely with them.
So the Northern Cape, tell me what's happening there.
So in the Northern Cape, from the 21st of August to the 26th of August, we're in the Kaimar district. And there I have to say to you, it's very much involved. We're working with the provincial office, with the DG, Director General's office in the Northern Cape Provincial Office. So we're working very closely with them, with the mayoral office. We're working with the mines. It's Vedanta. It's a sponsored event by Vedanta. There will be women dialogues as well.
Fantastic.
And there will be a day on the Saturday where we're actually doing a fun walk. And that's going to be a pink and red fun walk.
Fantastic. And what's the date there? Is that the end of August?
That's the 26th of August.
26th of August.
And it's a very involved, because there we get involved with the clinics. We're not only taking, we're involved with SANAC as well. And there's quite a few other companies that we're working with, and as well as National Department of Health and the provincial office in the Kaimar district, which is provincial.
Fantastic work that you do. So for somebody watching today who is hearing about this for the first time, who might not be able to make it to the events, but perhaps wants to donate, what do they do? Who do they contact?
Okay, so you can make a donation via our SMS line. It is a 20 Rand donation, and they can SMS the word Pink Drive to 40158. And that's all terms and conditions apply. Then participate in the sporting events where Pick and Pay is, where Pink Drive is at, and that's the Pick and Pay ones, the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, the Telkom 94/7 Cycle Challenge, and then also it's looking at all the pink, you know, the products that supports Pink Drive.
Fantastic.
And that would be great if you're walking into a store.
Of course. Twitter handle at the Pink Drive.
Absolutely.
At the Pink Drive.
Absolutely.
One word. And also I have an email address here. It says info@pinkdrive.co.za.
Or visit the website.
Or the website.
And get all the information there.
Everything is there.
And for me, I'll say to South African women, please, you know, early detection saves lives.
Yep.
And test yourself. There's lots of self-examinations you can do at home for you and your partner.
But of course, they have to do it the right way.
Absolutely.
And that's why they can go onto your website to see exactly how to do detection and tests.
Absolutely. And then for corporates, I'd like to say, please get involved. Look at sponsoring as your part of your corporate social investment.
Okay.
It's one way of keeping South Africa healthy.
Thank you so very much, Gail.
And
all the best to you and the team, and thank you for all that you do, because we do know that cancer is very rife out there, and it is not very financially easy disease, if I could say that for lack of a better word. It's actually very, very hectic. And, you know, people in these areas that you get to, they are the ones especially who die unnecessarily sometimes because they don't have the means financially and even transport to get the best medical care.
Absolutely, and by doing more of these outreaches and coming from sponsorships as well as donations and funding, we can do more in South Africa. So please, thank you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. That's right. That's the Pink Drive. Education, education, education. And as she said, early detection saves lives. We're off to an ad break. Come back after this. We have a whole lot more.
If you ask this pretentious mixologist what is needed to make the ultimate cocktail, she'd say, a thorough knowledge of science. Ooh, right in the face. Yes. If you asked us, we'd say it's less about science and more about, well, chemistry. Tops at Spa. Good spirits, good advice, no rocket science.
Back, you are still watching Trends. So, it all started as a hobby, playing with makeup in her bedroom. Little did she know that one day her hobby would result into an empire. I'm talking about American celebrity makeup artist and beauty influencer, Raha Rouge. I hope I said that right. Now, over the past decade, she has cultivated a massive following of the everyday woman, aspiring makeup artists, celebrities, and artists of all kinds. Now, she has had the opportunity to work on some of the world's most recognized faces. Yep, if you didn't know, she has a clientele that includes the likes of Kim Kardashian, Kylie, and Kendall Jenner, Khloe, well, the entire Kardashian family, actually, and also the likes of Juliana Rancic, and yeah, the list is actually endless. She's here in South Africa for the very first time, and she's here for the ultimate show that will take place. She's about to tell me more about it, and I'm so glad you are here. Welcome to Trends.
Thank you for having me.
Jeez. So, hobby, empire. Tell us about this journey, because was it really just a hobby? What is it about makeup and just transforming or enhancing our looks, rather, that appeals to you?
Well, I think that for me, I've always been involved in art, and I think it's important for everyone to have the opportunity in their life to express themselves through art, because it kind of kept me away from trouble and kept me occupied and kind of like in a positive mindset at all times in my life and in my youth. And I feel like I was painting, I designed, I like doing makeup on myself. I used to dance, so I learned how to put on makeup during dance lessons.
Right. And for competitions and stuff, because you wouldn't have a professional makeup artist who goes with you. So, okay, so you did it yourself. It wasn't your mom.
No, since I was like 5, I'd be like, let me do it.
Yeah.
So since then, I feel like I got it down. And then when I started oil painting, I would do it just kind of like as a hobby, where it was my time, no noise, everything was just like zoned out. I'm in my zone painting.
And when you're painting, though, are you painting abstract pieces? Are you painting real life objects? Are you painting faces?
I started off doing abstract. It's like more of the colors, like the blending of the colors that really got me. Like, I'm a huge fan of Monet.
Okay.
And I think that's where it began. And I started helping at an atelier I wanted to design.
Fantastic.
And the designer would always be like, you know, you draw better at the face than you do the clothing. I'm like, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
So my first client was actually a bride that the makeup artist canceled on at the age of 17.
Wow.
And then when I did her makeup the next day, I cried afterwards because I was like, I ruined her wedding. I ruined her wedding. I ruined her wedding.
But I'm sure she didn't feel that way.
No, but in my heart, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, how can I do that
But
to
a big job for a 17-year-old. And so, so since then, basically, then you got into this world. And what I'm hearing a lot, and I'm wondering, though, for so many of us who, I mean, we watch you on Instagram and your videos on Twitter, and, you know, social media is amazing because we get access to everybody who's anywhere in the world. But the artistic factor that you mention, do you think the best makeup artists are actually also artists who can paint? I mean, you are an artist, a face artist, but if you have that background of somebody who can actually do something on canvas, do you think that enhances your skill?
I definitely think that artists that can paint on a canvas have a keen eye for the face.
Yeah.
I think that there's artists that don't know how to paint or don't know how to sketch, yet are still good at makeup. But I feel like somebody that really understands symmetry is a good painter
and
as
color
well.
And okay, so let's talk about the world of makeup. Gosh, right now it's so crazy because for people who get advice from someone like you, they tell you, okay, go into a makeup store and they advise you to buy 10 pieces and you're just like, okay, what do I do with all of these? So give us tips on what currently are the best top 3 products that a girl shouldn't be without.
Well, number one, I hate when I see people with chapped lips.
Okay.
I think it's just being clean.
Yeah.
I love the Christian Dior Rose de Balm. I don't know if you guys have tried it. You definitely have to try it. It's so creamy. I love it. Number 2, I think a really good moisturizer.
Okay.
Even if you don't have on makeup on your skin, you should have like a concentrate serum or a moisturizer, and it'll make your skin look milky. Number 3, I would definitely have to say, oh, I lied, 4 products. So number 3 is brows. Like the brows are...
Yeah, brows. The brow thing is tricky. It's tricky for every woman in every corner of this globe.
Of course.
And so, I mean, you have naturally, you know, lovely, thick brows. But for women who don't, I mean, okay, thank goodness we've gone past the days where women were shaving everything off. Now it's all about, you know, shape and, you know, basically shaping it for your faces, though, because someone might look at yours and say, I want brows like hers, but their face shape isn't right. So what's the key thing to remember when it comes to brows?
Well, I think the key thing to remember when it comes to brows, it should be diagonal from the inner corner of your eye, from your pupil, diagonal the arch, and then where your eye ends, that's where your brow should end. Like a tiny bit past that, but it's like the golden ratio of the face. I mean, if you come to my class, you'll learn
That's what I want to talk about. So next week, Wednesday, big day for you. You're having a fantastic, it's like an all-day thing, am I correct?
It is.
Okay, it's at Monte Casino. It's on the 9th. It's called The Ultimate Show.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us what people can expect and, what you're going to do with them and what you're going to teach.
So what they're going to expect is a lot of surprises and a full-on show. The host, you guys are familiar with the host, Bonang.
Okay.
And what I'm going to be teaching is my technique. And it's not only just my technique of what products I use. You can switch the products around, but I explain to the T of the textures of the products and letting it dry. Because I do come from an artistic background. I believe in letting product dry before you add more. And a lot of people, I feel like, miss that. And they keep just adding, and they're like, why does my face look like mud, or why does it turn ashy? When I do darker complexions, a lot of my clients are like, the makeup artist made my face ashy. I'm like, well, they didn't let the primer dry. Or they didn't let one foundation dry before they added the red pigment. It just...
So it's a lot of technique. Are you going to be doing any faces?
I will be doing a full face of a model, and then I'll be explaining step by step why I do something, how I blend it, why I let it dry. So it's like A to Z, a breakdown. Literally, my students leave like little mini professional makeup artists.
Fantastic. Promote me the best. Thank you so very much. I hope to certainly see more of you out in South Africa. People can, your Twitter handle, where do people get information?
Harouche Champion. And Instagram, styled by Harouche.
Okay, cool. And I think for this, it's The Ultimate Show. All the info is on the screen right now. So The Ultimate Show. Get tickets, people. It will be amazing. And we're also actually giving away 2 tickets. So that's fantastic. Thank you so very much. You look amazing. And guys, if you want to learn from the best, Kardashian, and all A-listers in Tinseltown certified. Raha Rouge is here, and we are giving away 2 tickets. So if you want to be there, tweet us and let us know, perhaps, question, something, quickly.
About myself or makeup?
About yourself.
Okay. What's my favorite color?
Yeah, what's the favorite color? Cool. I hope they don't find that easily on Instagram or on Twitter or anyway. Don't Google. Anyway, cool. Wish you all the best. And yeah, we are right now. Are we going to an ad break, Mr. Director? Okay, no. We have a package. All right. So it's an art exhibition. And so it's about fragility, tenderness, and softness. And these are evident in Ayana Jackson's latest solo exhibition, currently on at Gallery Momo in Johannesburg. Now, it's titled The Intimate Justice Through the Stolen Moment. And the artist's exhibition presents a fresh departure from her past projects, inventing images of the black woman's body, her own form, rather than reproducing them, presenting us with stolen moments of Jackson's own intimacy and history. Take a look at this.
Jackson's work is about how history has played out on women's bodies across the world. The exhibition also gives the audience a glimpse of what women in slavery went through, whilst appealing liberty by stealing moments of pleasure and tenderness. In Jackson's interrogation of the stereotype of the strong and angry black woman, she explores how these stereotypes are embedded and justified by slavery. She uses her body as the subject matter for all her exhibitions as she tries to tap into the reality of what it could have been like to be enslaved mentally, physically, and emotionally. She tells us more.
Intimate Justice in the Stolen Moment is a project that is inspired by a friend of mine, Tshepi Threadcraft, Dr. Tshepi Threadcraft, who I met here in South Africa about 10 years ago while she was doing her postdoctorate work at Wits. And she wrote a book called Intimate Justice, which dealt with the black female body and the body politic, and how the black woman's body is in need of a lot of work in terms of addressing violences against our bodies.
This exhibition was inspired by Tshepi Threadcraft's book titled The Intimate Justice. We asked one particular art enthusiast about his favorite portraits, and this was his verdict.
Giving space to alternative images. And this is a very important show, I think, not just for what it represents. I think technically, artistically, it is just superb. And then the message, of course, just hits you. And I think it's really great. It's a fantastic representation of women and strong black women.
Jackson has been a resident in South Africa for 10 years now, though she lives between America and South Africa. She has exhibited her work in New York and Paris as well. The exhibition will end on the 27th of August at the gallery.
Fantastic. And so the Mzansi Women's Film Festival, in partnership with the University of Johannesburg's Department of Journalism, Film and TV, is currently underway at the Bunting Road campus. Now, the festival received over 2,700 feature film submissions, but only 23 will be screened during the festival. They include documentaries, comedy, sci-fi and drama. And to tell us more, I'm joined by Carmen Sanjan, as well as Twiggy Matiwana. Thank you, ladies. Pleasure to have you here. Twiggy, you're an artist.
Yes.
And you do some amazing work.
Yes.
A bit controversial as well. Am I right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies. Okay, well, Twiggy, for
you.
people who don't know about you, tell us who you are and what you're about and how you are part of the Mzansi Women's Film Festival.
All right. My name is Twiggy Matiwana. I'm a film director and also a writer. Recently directed The Bicycle Man.
Right.
It's a short film which has been successful. It won at Wakadugu this year for Best Short Film.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So it's part of the Mzansi
It is part of the festival.
Fantastic.
It's actually screening today.
It's screening today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Carmen, tell us about this and tell us about the festival. And yes, when did it start?
So the festival started, it launched on Thursday.
Okay.
Evening, and we had our opening night. We had a film called The Commission, that was our opening film, and that was directed by Bev Ditzy. Okay. And then yesterday our screening started at 12 o'clock, and they continue today at 12, and then again tomorrow at 12, and the last film is at 8 o'clock in the evening.
But 2,700 submissions.
Yes.
Only female filmmakers.
Only female, mostly female filmmakers.
Fantastic. Okay, but otherwise, I'm sure most other teams were predominantly female.
Yes, yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, from over 100 countries in the world.
Jeez.
And what's even more amazing is that last year we only received 120 submissions.
Really?
So,
how old is the festival? Tell us about,
the festival was started in 2014.
Okay.
So we're quite young.
Okay.
It was actually
a big leap.
Yes, it is a massive, massive
positive leap. And it actually shows that this is what women have been wanting, you know, because for so long, and even still now, the industry, and I think even more so in film, very much a boys' club.
Yes.
And women don't support each other enough, and women who are in the industry get, you know, the lesser jobs, for lack of a better word, you know, and it's very tough to break through to the top and be the one who's calling the shots, and you're the one that has your team, and you're directing everyone, telling them what you want and, you know, what you don't want. Twiggy, you've been, you know, doing films and also, you know, a part of, you know, the industry as well for a while. Take us through your journey and just the difficulties that you hope in 5 years from now women filmmakers won't have anymore.
Yeah, like for me, this this is my first short film, and I've been in the industry for 10 years as an assistant director, a script supervisor, and it took me quite a long time to actually break the ice, you know, and I think we just need to support each other as women in the industry.
And have you found, you know, that your strength is actually in not even trying to be one of the boys? Because I think in any field, business or wherever, women tend to think, I need to be one of the boys so that I can, you know, they can give me a space, or they can give me a chance, or hear me out. But our strength is our strength, and only women can understand that. With our fragility, with our emotions, with everything that we come with, we do have even more to offer. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, so other filmmakers that have inspired you, and why film?
Why film? I think for me, I've always been the love of storytelling.
Okay.
You know, growing up from Grahamstown, writing short stories. You know.
And what did you write about? Were you writing stories that Makulu used to tell you?
No, I used to create my own. I used to create my own stories, you know, based on my personal experience sometimes. And yeah, I think also storytelling is very difficult.
Yeah.
And you need to find a way, you need to find a balance, you need to have a support structure, you know, when you're writing about such things. So this story that I wrote now was about a man who has breast cancer.
Really?
Something which is
wow.
rare.
Ironic, and because we also were talking, you know, about the pink drive just earlier, and I said that it's such a misconception, and especially, you know, in our communities, you know, very much so that in the black culture, it's not a thing where people think, but why, if I'm a man, why would I have breast cancer? Okay, so this guy has breast cancer.
He has breast cancer. He doesn't know anything about breast cancer. He only knows that it's a woman's disease.
Exactly.
You know, so the story is trying to explore those things between genders as well, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Carmen, the other films, what kind of themes, what other stories are women passionate about? What basically is, you know, the popular discourse around filmmakers at this time?
Well, I think there's a misconception that when a woman makes a film, it's going to automatically be serious, and it's going to automatically be issue-driven. Yes, obviously there are important issues that we as women are faced with, and yes, there are female filmmakers who are making films about those issues, but there's also a range of other films that are being made, especially at our festival. We've got animation, we've got action, we've got horror films. I mean, we have an amazing film that's being screened this evening called The Hatchet Hour. It's actually made by a South African filmmaker by the name of Judy Naidu, and it's a thriller, and it's a really well-made thriller. So yeah, we have a range of genres that we cover at the festival.
Right. And where can people get information? I mean, we did say it's at the UJ Bunting Road campus, but where do people get tickets? I mean, there's only, what, a few hours, 36? 2 days?
You can go to our website, which is www.mwff.co.za, or you can go to our Facebook page or our Twitter.
Facebook and Twitter. Is it the Full Mzansi Women's Film Festival?
Yes.
And the what you just said now was the website?
Yes, www.mwff.co.za.
Okay, and it comes back next year around the same time,
exactly
always
the same
Women's Month, celebrating women filmmakers. Twiggy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining and, you know, flying the flag high and pushing the issues and overcoming the issues as well, so that, you know, younger generations who also want to be the director, not the assistant anymore, you know that it is possible. Thank you so very much, ladies. That's, the Mzansi Women's Film Festival.
Thank you.
So another film, international now, Viceroy's House, tells the story of the final Viceroy of India, the final Viceroy of India, and he is tasked with overseeing the transition of British India to independence, but meets with conflict as different sides clash in the face of monumental change. Now, the film opened this past Friday and is already in cinemas. Looks like a very, very interesting account of history. Take a look at this.
Action!
I, Louis Mountbatten, am to be the last Viceroy of India, and I shall carry out the role with great pride.
In 1947, Lord Mountbatten came out as the last Viceroy, with Edwina as his Viceroy, to hand India back.
You're giving a nation back to its people. How bad can it be? Your future.
We are.
Then let's not make a mess of it.
Mountbatten did, from all accounts, have an immense charm, incredible drive and incredible energy. He was brought in because he could get people around the table.
300 million Hindus and Sikhs want a united India, but many of the 100 million Muslims do not.
Well, whatever their differences are, all Indians have one thing in common.
What's that?
They can't wait to get rid of us.
It's an amazing script because every single character gives you a different little angle into the whole thing, and they all kind of come together to create a huge depth of story.
Jeet Kumar sir, from Punjab. He's the new boy.
Well, Kumar, we have something in common there.
The thing about the upstairs-downstairs part of this film that makes it really intriguing is that the villages of India are represented here downstairs at the Viceroy's house.
These big decisions really are impacting their lives, their loves, their families, their relationships.
You dance with your own kind.
My own kind.
Have some respect.
You get to see both sides of the stories through the eyes of characters that you hopefully learn to really care about, both upstairs, downstairs, and throughout the wider India.
We came to give India back her freedom, not to tear her apart.
Gorinda gives it a level of passion and authenticity that perhaps a British director who hadn't had the roots that she has could bring to it. Her own grandparents were refugees, so it's in her veins, this story.
I'm Punjabi, but I'm also very British. That's why, in a way, I'm able to stand back and at the same time be very personal. It meant that I could focus on the voice of ordinary people as well as the politicians, not really knowing what their future was going to be, as India was partitioned into two countries.
New nations are rarely born in peace.
It's got to be a clean cut. It's a bloody axe, cleaving right through people's lives.
As an audience member, you're sort of bearing witness to everything that's happening, and I think that's what makes it fascinating to watch all unfold.
It's about bringing these two worlds together at this very crucial juncture, which shows the transition and the change of power and everything. So Gorinda is absolutely the right person to do a film like this.
It has great resonance for today. Globally, we have a world where division of people is very much to the fore. It's my responsibility to make that story real and tell that story.
It's time for us to come together now. What we face is the most significant moment in the history of this subcontinent.
Looks absolutely fantastic, and what do you know? Another film by a female filmmaker. We're off to an ad break. Come back after this. There's still more to watch on Trendz.
citizens. Your country is guided by the voices of its people, and your broadcaster is dependent on your voice to guide it. Get your copy of the SABC's editorial policy and have your say.
Welcome back. You're still watching Trends. Now, seeing is believing, as the saying goes, or is it? A Turkish artist who relocated to South Africa is using her talent and teaching skills to keep young girls from disadvantaged backgrounds off the streets in the St. Francis Bay area in the Eastern Cape. Now, teaching them the beauty of art and that what you see is not always what you get.
The beauty of the art is the element of surprise. A different technique, but definitely an interesting one. Buju Kanine first came to South Africa last year in April on holiday. Now she has relocated from Turkey. Her dream has been to use her talent and knowledge to uplift the community and share different artistic methods. She shows us the power of reality art and how she uses objects and people as a canvas.
I never show looks like the fabric. I show that looks like the art, you know. And I'm doing is the same one, is the abstract. As the colors looks like waves coming into each other, you know.
Buju says she has always been astonished by art, but formally studied art from 17. However, it is only 6 years ago that she fell in love with art and is now able to feel and see art everywhere. Back home in Turkey, she was an art teacher and says this is her passion. She now has a class of 9 girls whom she is teaching art and also using them as her subject from time to time. The girls are able to pick what theme or story they want to tell through the art.
And we're feeling, because my English is not perfect and their Turkish is not.
No.
Never. Chance. And each other language is the art.
Coming from the poverty-stricken areas in and surrounding St. Francis Bay, the girls say the class is definitely something new, but they're enjoying it. The classes keep them away from social ills, and they have found a platform to express themselves. They all look forward to the meetings, and they learn more than just art.
For me, it's keeping me away from bad things in our community, and like being in wrong things, by like smoking, doing drugs with friends, and should be in a place we shouldn't have to be in.
It really felt amazing because I never knew that I would be also part of art. Like, we are here in Sunrise, we do different things, but we didn't really know that we're gonna learn about art.
I think like more than anything, it's just about the experience and learning something new every day. And yeah, she really has brought like a different impact on each of our lives. And yeah, everyone has been painted a different story, a version of their own.
The area is a job-scarce area and many are unemployed. Some of the girls have dropped out of school, this while others look to find bursaries to one day further their studies.
It's really just an enrichment in their lives, something that they're not normally exposed to, and yeah, from that point of view, it just, I think, adds to confidence.
The classes are very different to your usual classes, and reality art is new to the girls, but Buju believes this is the best way to teach. Kanine plans to explore avenues to create an art hub generating an income for the public in the area.
Lovely indeed. So it's that time of the year when the advertising industry rewards the best in the field of creativity. Now, the Luries are a non-profit company that recognizes, rewards and inspires and fosters creative excellence in the brand communication industry in Africa and the Middle East. And it gives accolades for creativity and innovation across our region. Now, the Luries promote and support creativity by helping marketers, agencies and consumers appreciate the value of ideas and fresh, innovative thinking. Creative Week Durban, that's coming up, includes an opportunity for locals to showcase their creativity as part of the Luries Fringe Festival. And I'm joined by creative directors Nicola, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna try. and Joanna Williams to tell us more about this upcoming Creative Week. Welcome, ladies.
Thank
you.
you.
What's your surname?
Filipolsky.
You see?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those surnames you just have to ask rather than butcher, you know what I mean? So thank you for joining me. Fantastic show that we're having today, and just for celebrating women doing amazing things. We're talking earlier saying you ladies have been in the advertising space for a while now, and you went in when it didn't look and feel the way it does now. So tell us about your history a little bit. Nicola?
Great. I started at the Jupiter Drawing Room. I think it was around 2009, and yeah, I think it's always been an industry that lots of females are interested in.
Yeah.
But I think when you start climbing up and getting to more leadership roles, the women start to drop down. So it's very encouraging that there are more senior leaders that are females now. Yes.
Yeah. And then with you, please just let us know.
Yes.
You are.
So I've been in the industry for quite a while.
I've
had quite a journey. It's been very exciting and amazing. And especially what I find now is being in the industry and being able to be a leader, I find it very exciting because there's a lot of things going on which do support women and are putting women to the forefront. And I think it's for us as leaders to try and encourage and mentor those who are young and who were where we were once, and to just keep them in the industry because it is an absolutely superb industry to be in. Yeah.
But advertising is a tough industry as well to be in, am I correct? High stress, crazy hours, a little bit like us in the TV industry, I suppose.
Yes.
But yeah, so tell us about, we're going to come to the Luries just now, but just for you, Nicola, in terms of the challenges that, when you look at younger, advertising execs who come in and they're fresh from school and they're thinking, oh, it's going to be a breeze, I was the best in my class, what are some of the challenges and pitfalls that people take for granted that you've had to work your way through?
I think hard work, I guess, in any industry is important. You should have a love for what you do. And advertising is an industry that's very easy to love. And then I think also making sure that you create an environment, especially when you start getting to being a mother, that works for you, that you can continue to love what you do, but also have a balance with home life as well.
Have a life.
Yeah. And I think that that's really important, and the more that agencies allow you to do that, I mean, nowadays there's a lot of technology, you don't always need to be tied to your desk, which is great. Yeah.
Let's talk about now technology, marrying advertising, and also then the Luries, and you've done a lot in your years. So take us through this year and what the future of advertising also looks like.
Yeah, interesting question. The future of advertising, I suppose you're probably touching on the artificial intelligence debate and stuff.
Is it a debate?
Well, I don't know if it's a debate, but yeah, I mean, it is an issue that's come up, and it was at Cannes this year as well in many forms. But one has to remember that I think what we do is we do generate ideas through critical thinking. We problem solve.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure robots can do that yet. It might happen.
The human brain is still, because the human brain is the one that creates the AI.
Yeah, and exactly. But also there's the passion aspect of it. And I think in order to do good, meaningful work in advertising, I think you need passionate human beings who understand an issue, who get around a table, who collaborate. Who knows if robots will be able to do that in 30 years' time, but I don't think, not yet.
Okay, let's not talk about 30 years, let's talk about the Creative Week that's coming up for the Luries.
Yeah, that's super exciting. So it's a week-long thing. I'm lucky enough to be a judge at the Luries this year, so that's going to be amazing as well.
Fantastic.
The whole week is all about inspiring creatives through, there's quite a few workshops, masterclasses. There's a lot of student things going on where you allow students to showcase their work. So you can, even if as an agency, you can have a look for some top talent. Obviously there's the award show, which is rewards creative excellence.
I mean, a lot of advertising execs to have a Lurie, I've made it now. And
then of course there's the seminar. The seminar is amazing speakers. There's usually about between 6 to 8 speakers.
Local, international?
Local, international. No, actually mostly international. And they do include a lot of women, which for me, I think that's amazing, to watch women who are really making it in the world out there, international world out there.
Dates?
dates?
Yeah, for the Louis
Oh,
week.
it starts the 14th, and then it's right through the whole
that
weekend.
entire week.
Yeah,
thank you
till
so
the
very
Sunday.
much, ladies. All the best, and thank you for all that you do in the advertising space, and congratulations. I'm sure this week will be lovely.
Thank you.
The following week of the 14th. Right, yeah, that's discussing the Louis and women and everyone doing amazing things in the advertising world. Right now we have a performance, a young lady who is about to sing a song called I Do.
Kudala ngilindile to say how much I love you. I got this message for you, ngithi ayidunya kuma ai. Kudala ngilindile nhliziyo yami yonke. Got this message for you, ngithi ayidunya kuma ai. Ayidunya kuma ai. I do nyabuma 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 I do yeah, my baby nyabuma I do that I only wanna live for you. Imina nawe just us two. Ngithandazela ukuthi we just stay true. Cause good dad, I've been waiting for this moment, for you to look at me and just hold me. Remember back there when you used to call me Tsunami angeke kusaba lonely. We're moving on. Together we're standing strong. And don't ever forget the song that made me say I do. Together we're moving on. And don't ever forget the
Why is there a dispute over who is the rightful heir to the throne?
What I can say is that Masindi is a woman. She's a girl. She's a girl child. Because I think that if she was a male, there's no way that anybody was going to dispute the fact that she is the rightful heir.
Do you recognize her as your rightful heir?
Yeah, no, I will definitely say that she is my daughter. She grew up there.
What is the intention?
I want my throne.
Join me in Port Sedu live every Monday to Thursday at 17:30.
Welcome back. So she was raised in the south coast of Durban in a village called Umzinto, and her name is Sindisiwe Magoso. She's 18 years old, the singer that we just heard, and she is ready to take the music scene on. Since her signing with Ambitious Entertainment, she dropped her debut single, Cooler Bag. The success of the single can be measured by its high rotation on national radio stations all over South Africa, with the single's colorful visuals receiving over 100,000 YouTube views. Now, following the release of Cooler Bag, La Source gave the nation a beautiful love anthem titled I Do, which she just performed, and she features a multi-award-winning R&B star, Amanda Black. Now, the music video, with a well-paced sound, has garnered over 260,000 views on YouTube in just 4 days of its release. Wow, thank you so very much for singing for us, and congratulations.
Thank you
La
very
Sauce.
much. Yes, thank
Are
you for
saucy?
having me. As you can see, I got all the sauce out here.
Yeah, so, you know, the music industry is crazy. You're 18, just finished school. What did they say at home when you said mama? Or dada and?
Well, mama.
Baba and umama.
Umama, yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, Zulu. Okay. So, Baba and Mama watching you right now.
Well, what I can say, I was very lucky to be raised in a very warm family and a very understanding family.
Are there any musical people in your family?
Well, my mom is very musical, so I can say I took that little sauce from her. But moving to Joburg and choosing this type of career, I would say, yes, it took them by surprise. But I feel
not
like
to wait a little bit, you know, pursue something else.
Actually, my mom was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Mom, actually, when I grew up in school, I never had that specific, you know, I want to be this." I knew as a young girl growing up that one day I will become this, and I'm just pushing my effort towards it. So my mom really saw my effort and my consistency, and she was like, if it makes you happy, then
fantastic, because every parent just wants their kids to be happy, right?
Yes.
So Ambitious Entertainment happened, Cooler Bag happened. Tell us about Cooler Bag. What's that about? And just, you know, was it your first song that you wrote, or who do you have behind your music and your sound?
Cooler Bag is my first single, as you mentioned. It dropped recently this year in January. I can't say it was a very big change in type of my music, because my genre is pop. So doing Cooler Bag was really great. I mean, we sat down with the whole team, and obviously coming from Durban to Joburg, it's a different vibe and different feel. So it was like, you know what, since everybody is outgoing, the team was like, let's make an outgoing song, which is Cooler Bag. And you know, when you go out, everybody has a cooler bag, so we wanted something that everybody can relate to. And Cooler Bag.
And so you're only 18, so I don't know if there's a wedding proposal that popped, or you are waiting on one, it's imminent. What's going on? Who are you doing to?
I do, as you said, featuring Amanda Black. It was a song where we sat down and we were like, as a individual, everybody comes from a family that has love. So we were like, okay, cool. We want to remind people about the love they read about, the love they see.
That's the foundation of everything.
On all people, to remind them that true love still does exist, and regardless of the stress you go through with the person, regardless of the pain, but you can still say I do with that person.
And working with Amanda Black,
I must say it's been amazing. I mean, one of the award-winning people. It's great.
Multi
award-winning. You know, it's really great. I mean, me as a young artist, she did teach me a lot of stuff, and I must say, in the industry now, I am a little bit more mature than what I was when I first came. So it's been a great experience.
So the genre that you're most passionate about, because I understand, you know, you are doing a little bit of trying out different sounds, but what are you most passionate about? Well, it's not so great to be labeled as one thing only, but you can be so versatile. But what's your genre?
Well, my genre is pop.
But you're a pop artist.
Yes, I'm a pop artist, but a lot of people tend to confuse me because my flow is a bit hip-hop-ish, so it's like, what does she do?
But your favorite musicians?
My favorite musicians are local, I'd say it's Zagwe. International, well, I would say Rihanna, because if I don't say, people will be like, hey. But I would say Rihanna. And speaking about my genre, a lot of people actually do tend to mistake me, but it's not that I only can do pop. I do literally everything.
You know what? Congratulations. We look forward to seeing more of you. Congratulations on everything, YouTube, the videos, and even signing, you know, up to this big label. Congratulations, and thank you for coming on to Trendz.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's all we have on the show today. My goodness, what a feast. Amazing women. It is Women's Month. Look, we do have to say goodbye. Join me again next week, same time and place. Remember, to all the women, all the girl children watching, you are enough. You are amazing. Go out and be awesome. Goodbye.
And don't ever forget the song that made me